Hi guys, welcome off the 10th. My name is Chris, and today we're going to take a look at something brand new. Yes, I found out that there's this brewery that I've never been to, and that's actually quite local to me. And yeah, I'm excited to introduce today. We're going to take a look at a beer from this company called the Grist Brewing, and they're located in St. David's or Niagara-on-the-Lake. Basically, St. David's is part of Niagara-on-the-Lake. St. David's is located between me and Niagara-on-the-Lake downtown. So somewhere in between there. I'm going to talk about this brewery in a second. So you know what? As I'm chatting on whatever, I kind of want to open this beer and pour it. But before I do that, let's talk about this brewery for a second. All right, so the Grist was established in late 2020. So big long history on these guys. If you want to read that whole history, you can go to thegrist.ca and check out about them or their story. They're located at 48 4 Mile Creek Road, technically in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario, Canada. Yeah, so I haven't been there. PJ came home with 4 beers from them because I told her to go get them for me, and she did. So I was like, this is awesome. I got a couple guys at work that have been there, and they say it's fantastic. The food is good. The atmosphere is nice. And yeah, so regardless, I want to take a look at the first beer that I'm going to drink from these guys. Out of the 4 beers that PJ picked up for me, there's a stout, there's a pilsner, there's this hazy IPA, and a sour, lemon meringue sour, I believe it is. I'm probably going to review them all today. None of them are over 5%, so they're pretty safe. I'm not really going anywhere anyway. So regardless, today we're going to take a look at this one from the Grist. This one is the Hazy Pale Ale. So let's do it. Let's look at this bottle right here. All right, like I said, from the Grist, out of St. David's, Ontario, Canada, we are taking a look at Hazy Pale Ale, coming in at 4.5% alcohol by volume. It's in a weird sized bottle. I want to say that this bottle is probably, I don't know. It looks like it's going to be between a 473 and a 500. It might be a 500 milliliter bottle. I'm not too sure. It doesn't tell me, or does it on the bottom? I think it says it's a 0.5 liter, so it might be a 500 milliliter bottle. So I'm excited. I don't know any more information on this one. Don't know what hops they're using. No, nothing. I'm kind of going into this review blind, and I actually like doing this because the fact that I don't know anything about this brewery kind of gets me going, and it gets me excited to try one of their beers for the very first time to see whether I'm going to pursue going to them and seeing what they've got. A couple weeks ago when I did look these guys up, they did say that they do have some more other beers on tap there. One of them was a creamy coconut porter, I believe that's what they called it. I'm not a huge fan of porters because I find them to be a little bit thin, but my friend said it was fantastic. So if it's still there when I go visit them, I want to try to go visit them sometime this week. If I can't, then sometime in the near future, I'm going to go check them out. Maybe even talk to them, maybe even talk to the owners, maybe even do a brewery tour. I'm not sure. Don't get your hopes up and don't hold your breath. Anyway, let's get into this beer right here. I flipped the shit out of this beer, so it's probably going to go everywhere. So here we go. Oh no, we're okay. It survived. Okay, so let's pour this one into the counterpart glass. All right, don't know when this was bottled. No idea. No more information than what I have told you already. So regardless, let's take a look at this beer right here. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a swirl. I got a little bit of a dirty glass here. It's gross. There we go. All right, so it poured off nice. It's yellow. It is hazy. It is not turbid and murky looking like Joe from the Beer Patrol would say. This is, it's like sunshine yellow. Sunshine yellow. The light's coming through nicely. It's pretty light when I'm holding it up to the light, but what you see here is what I'm seeing right there. So yeah, this looks fucking fantastic. Nice, nice head on this one. Bright white head on this one. About a half finger of head on it. And it's sticking around. Let's take a smell. All right, we got the juicy qualities. Okay, this is a hazy IPA. It's nothing that's gonna blow my socks off with the nose. It's not very intense, but there are some kind of characteristics of some kind of juicy flavors on this one. Specifically, I'm picking up a little bit of a peach flavor on this one, or peach scent on this one, sorry. And I'm picking up, surprisingly, I'm picking up a little bit of a grassy note on this one, and a little bit of a lemony and limey kind of scent on this one, as well as some kind of a pith, probably more of a grapefruit pith on this one. I wish I knew what kind of hops they're using. I'm going to send this video, unless I really fuck it up, to the guys over at The Grist on Instagram, and probably, hopefully if they watch this, they can answer the questions that I'm bringing up as I do this review, like what hops are in this one. I didn't really look it up on tap. I didn't want to get anything, not that I didn't want to get the knowledge of it, I just didn't want to spoil it on my first review of these guys. Anyway, yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's drink it. Cheers, guys. Okay, that's a good start. Wow, that's actually quite tasty. All right, let's start off with the body mouthfeel. The body is surprisingly big for a 5%. Is that 5% or 4.5%? It is surprisingly a bigger body than I was expecting. I was expecting this to be super thin, or even in the thin range, but no, it's in the medium range. This is a medium body, 4% hazy IPA. 4.5, sorry. It is quite nice for the mouthfeel. You can tell they're using tons of oats on this one. Ashley Sexton did tell me that Kyle, I believe, was it Kyle? Whoever it came in, Kyle, I think, is the head brewer over at The Grist, and when I go over there, I'm gonna find out, but I'm pretty sure he is. That's what Ashley was telling me. So if I know anything, he brews some pretty good freaking beers. So, and you can tell, especially with the quality of this beer, body's nice. I like this one. Obviously you can't tell there's 4.5%. This is like super light. There's like, it doesn't even, you can't even tell there's any booze in this at all. And surprisingly, most average IPAs are sitting around 6%, and seeing this one at 4.5%, it's a crusher. Speaking of being a crusher, which is where I wanted to go next on this one, totally pound this beer down on a hot summer day, even on a cold, wintry, not wintry, but kind of mid-spring kind of weather that we're going through, our early spring that we're going through right now with all the fucking rain and wind and cold and hot weather. This is still quite refreshing, and I'm digging it so far. Let's talk about what I taste on it. This beer, like I said, it's not super complex. The body is fantastic on this beer. So on a taste, it starts off a little bit sweet. There's a mild, very mild bitterness and a mild drying finish on this one. So it's balancing itself out from starting off with sweet with the two mildness on the bitter and the finish, like a mild, very light dry finish on the end of this one. It's a very easily, it can be a very easy crush. Fuck, I can't even speak. A very easy crushable beer for sure. With that sweetness, that's where we're getting into that juiciness. On the taste, I feel like I'm picking up a little bit now. I'm picking up a little bit of a juicy pineapple, kind of like tropical kind of note on this one. And the taste, a little bit of a peach taste is coming through for me on this beer. With that bitterness, we're getting a little bit of that pithiness, a little bit of a citrus note. Now I'm leaning more towards an orange pithiness on this one with the bitterness, and yeah, and with that bitterness comes that drying. But that very mild, very light drying finish on this one, I guess. Guys, from the first beer from the Grist Brewing out of St. David's, Ontario, this beer is fucking pretty good. I will definitely go back. If I'm going to that brewery, this is the first beer I'm ordering. If they got a flight, I'll order a bunch. But if whatever, they can't do flights or whatever for some reason, I'll be getting myself a pint of this for sure. Ooh, excuse me. Good carbonation too, by the way. Anyway, guys, in my own opinion, the first experience from the Grist Brewing out of St. David's, Ontario, it's quite nice. This is actually pretty damn tasty. I like it. Can't wait to try the next beers. I got a Pilsner coming up probably soon, maybe even today, maybe later. I won't post it today, but probably during this whole week. But anyway, guys, I'm done with my own opinion. If you like the video, click the like button down below. If you want to subscribe, feel free. Hit that notification bell so you guys can watch me just introduce all kinds of new breweries. I'm done. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.